Hello, Ken. Okay, Jake. Oh, yes. See, I said it right. I did say that, Jake, you're probably an amazing leader. And now that you tell me Ken invited you, I know you are because I know what type of people he affiliates himself with because he's an amazing person. So nice to meet you, Jake, and welcome to the call. Welcome, 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 everybody. And we are right here.
Hi, good evening and good afternoon, Alicia, and everyone for joining us and giving us the opportunity to speak with you. So, am I coming loud and clear, Alicia?
Yes, you are, but can you please turn your camera on? And I'm going to
Yeah, yeah.
start. Thank you. I'm going to start the recording now.
Give me a minute. Let me share my screen
Thank
and
you.
let me
Recording in
share.
progress.
So, welcome everyone on this call. My name is Adil. I'm connected with you from UK. Today, we're going to talk about a decentralized platform called Compound. So I'll appreciate if you have any question, you keep noting the question, and at the end of the session, you'll have opportunity to ask me any sort of the questions. So what this compound is, it's a smart contract blockchain based investment platform at this moment because the product is investment at this moment. It has its own ecosystem where there are about 10 solutions which earning the revenue for this platform. Therefore, you could call it it has a pegging, income pegging to make its platforms economy a valuable economy. Overall, product of this platform is a DeFi, stand for decentralized finance. We already know DeFi. In DeFi, it includes remittance as a service. It includes investment, borrowing, loan, and some complex type of the product as well, such as derivatives, the insurance as well. As long as any financial services delivered, executed through the smart contract, generally we bring them into the decentralized finance. So industry has been evolving really, really fast since 2020, and 2020 till now is standing at the valuation of about $200 billion. It has a potential to be a $90 trillion in next 10 years. There are many certain things, special thing about this industry that the earning is huge. There are many reasons for this earning. Number one, the products are global. The platform has no censorship, no control for a user to join. User can join from everywhere without any ID. And to access the product, the time for accessing the product is a very, very minimum. Therefore, there is no overhead as well. Therefore, it gives birth to high APY, and you can see APY from even coin market data, and there are some risk as well. Now, in the opportunity in the platform, what we are talking about, we have designed our platform in a way where actually it position itself. You're able to mitigate those risks. How are you able to mitigate those risks? I'm going to talk to you in a minute. So this is about compound. Compound is a certain number one. It allows you to mitigate risk normally happening in a decentralized finance. Also, and it has its own ecosystem where there are about 10 businesses, 10 solutions. Therefore, they generate revenue for it, and with that revenue, it's pegging its economy. Therefore, it's a valuable economy. So, and as it's executed by the contractor, there is no overhead. Therefore, the APY is quite good. Um, Also, and as we said, there is a way, there is a possibility that with the compound, high impermanent loss could happen, but you able to mitigate it as long as you stick to your strategy. To represent the economy of this platform, there is asset called KPW, all investment into the platform and all earning from the platform is in the KPW. So please do not assume you're going to earn a dollar, you're going to earn anything. This platform, our smart contract run with the KPW, which is its own currency, and the economy of entire this platform represented by this KPW as a unit of currency. Therefore, you're able to sell KPW on exchanges with the Ethereum and also other valuable asset, and eventually you're able to turn them into any currency you want to. So this is about ecosystem what we have done so far, where it's generating its economical value. So first product what we have called OPN Finance, which is a simple borrowing and lending platform. Here you're able to get a loan by putting Ethereum your collateral, and you're able to make some money from there as well. Then we have a decentralized financing platform. This decentralized decentralized freelancing platform, serve the problem of freelancer and employer. And the platform earn revenue as a service charge whenever any transactions happen on this platform. There's lottery. Lottery also earn money. Like a 10% of the platform go to the lottery. Social media. This product is still coming along. This product is still on testnet, so there are more features coming on this product. So it has a great potential. You're able to create your own cryptocurrency. You have created your software, own NFT you would like to create, you can. You want to create your own exchange, even you can create your own exchange. You would like to list any of the token you created, you can list your token there. And if you would like to, if you would like to, if you would like to, let's say, buy the ownership of this bank, something called, a security token. You able to do that will generate you dividend as well with the name of GVN, governance token. Now, as this entire ecosystem running on Alacrity blockchain, and there's a little complicated, but I want to tell you in its most simplest way. Every blockchain out there have its own economy. Some of those, blockchain, they work with a different prototype, and Alacrity work with delegate proof of stake. So here, node are the one who running the blockchain. Therefore, they're getting paid from a system contract of the blockchain. Two nodes are run by the compound to earn the revenue for the compound. Therefore, the entire ecosystem with generating the revenue for the Alacrity blockchain coin, actually 2 out of 21, because total are 21, 2 out of 21 is about 10% ratio. So it means 10% of entire value, which is generated with the help of this entire ecosystem. And also in future, more businesses would be part of this ecosystem. Therefore, always this 10% will be more and more. And though that 10% as a revenue go to compound backing it up its own economy, which is a KPW, by buying back KPW from the exchange and keep burning them. You could say that keep putting back into the treasury. So you will have opportunity if you would like to ask further more question about how this mechanic work. We can break it down for you. Or as a service of the compound, which counted as a product, it is investment. So when you invest KPW onto compound, it earn you or it give you proposal of 1% a day to maximum 200% of your account. So mean any KPW you invest in, keep in mind again, you always invest in compound KPW. It does not accept any other form of money, only KPW. So when you invest KPW, it gives you 1% a day to maximum 200% of your account. This 1% a day as a dividend, you're able to withdraw. The condition is has to be a minimum $50 value what you're able to withdraw. And there is a 10% fee that is our gate, because that's one 10% fee as a cost fee that come to us. Once you withdraw your KPW, your wallet already connected with the compound, therefore KPW are in your wallet. There you're able to sell your KPW in a DEX, in decentralized exchange, against the Ethereum. against the Ethereum. And whatever the live rate of the Ethereum against KPW is, transaction happen and you get your Ethereum inside your wallet, where you're able to withdraw those Ethereum to any wallet, to any Ethereum wallet, whatever Ethereum wallet, any wallet, if that wallet support to the Ethereum. Or you can use KPW to buy and use any of the product where they are accepting the KPW. Also, if you would like to use any of the product of the ecosystem, just like freelancing marketplace, just like lottery, just like OPN Finance, you can sell a KPW to another currency, and from another currency, you're able to utilize those platforms as well. Now, if you think this is a very very important, if you think when you're selling your KPW and the price, the value of KPW to Ethereum and dollar value of the Ethereum is not workable for you, is not workable for you, what you can do, you can reinvest your yield. You can reinvest your dividend. If you reinvest your dividend earn percentage of 1% a day is counted as a new deposit. So if it counted as a new deposit, whatever this amount is, it will make it's a 200%. Therefore, by rolling it over again and again and again, you end up with a large quantity of KPW. And if the price of the KPW is down, still you have a greater probability you can make a money. But hold on, you are not limited that this KPW, what you're rolling it back, that you are putting it for any restricted time period. No, you put it back, you're earning next moment 1% a day. When the next moment, like tomorrow or hour after, if it reach to a $50, you're able to again sell it. And if you calculate if the rate is good and in your favor, you sell it for money. So this is how compounding works. There is a calculator as well. This calculator available to you on Google. Just say maybe compounding calculator. We can send you. Just type the amount of KPW. Ignore the dollar sign, please, as it's 1% a day. So as your dividend, if you continue maybe for 6 months, 3 months, a whole year, and then you calculate it, and you make a count it that you want to do a compounding maybe daily, maybe weekly, or maybe monthly, then you're able to know that if you continue for a certain time period, how much KPW be rolled back as your investment into the contract, and you will be earning 1% out that total deposits. Therefore, from 1% of this is 1,000. 1% of this is 37,000. You can see that by easy doing compounding, you have jumped yourself up to 37,000 KPW a day. So if KPW price is down, still you have chances to win and make the money. This is all about if you put in your money and how your money works in and how your money works. So if you do marketing, there's additional gain. Direct is 10%. Direct bonus paid to you instantly. And this direct bonus, when you withdraw, there is no $50 limit. So which means you're able to withdraw instantly. And if you like to sell it to Ethereum and withdraw Ethereum, you have that opportunity. Now, the second time of the bonus, what we offer you, what smart contract offer you, called matching bonus. Matching bonus is a 41% 15 level deep, and it works a very, very interesting way. First and foremost, there are matching bonus criteria. If you pass matching bonus criteria, smart contract locks your position, keep checking your position with every action. Either you make a deposit, either you make a roll, whatever you're doing, either you build a team and the teams are building. So in every action, actually keep checking your criteria. If you pass the criteria, it paying you matching bonus. So if you have 20,000 KPW of your own, and you have at least one number of people directly sponsored by you, whose investment is about minimum 20,000, then you earn a 10% of your first line members team of your first members daily dividend. So daily dividend, we already know, is 1% of the deposit. So this daily dividend paid to you, this is very, very important. It paid to you when your team either they withdraw money or either they roll the dividend what they have earned. So this daily dividend actually keep being accumulated, and when they do this action, then it's calculated and paid to your account. So that's all about I think the summary of this product is that the smart contract works with the KPW. You buy KPW from the exchange. If you buy KPW when the rate is low, it gives you more buying power. Therefore, you can have more KPW, your daily dividend, and your total account limit will be more compared to if you end up buying the KPW when the KPW rate is a bit high and you buy KPW, then you will having a maybe having a less buying power, or maybe by spending the same amount, you will end up having a less amount of KPW. Then your daily and account limit will be less as well because it does not work with your dollar. The amount of dollar what you put in, it has nothing to do with that. Smart contract does not recognize the KPW you buy with how many dollar. It just recognize your KPW, the quantity you put in, and from that quantity, it pay you 1% on the quantity you put in, and it stop paying you when you reach your 200% earning of your account. And this 200% earning, it include the dividend, matching, and any referral part of income. Thank you very much for listening. I'll give it back to Alicia. Alicia, if you guys have any question, happy to answer you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I want to just now open up for questions. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute or allow everyone to unmute now. And whoever has any questions or anything they'd like to say, please feel free to ask at this moment. Thank you. No questions? No one has any questions?
Hey, Alicia, it's Ken here. I'm just curious as to the strategy on this platform. Does it make sense to buy more than what the,
Required.
Yeah, whether it's required or like what would the strategy be in terms of building something like this? Building a network in terms of getting people at a certain amount into the program, ideally, or?
Okay, so Adil, can you share the slide that shows what's required? And I'll tell you, my strategy, Ken, is to first and foremost, in order to unlock the unit level, first and foremost, most of you know that I'm a builder, okay? I like helping people. So when I find opportunities that I believe will help, that have helped me, I share them. With that, my first goal is to unlock whatever it is. If it's a binary, I need to activate that binary. This is a unilevel. So this unilevel requires 9 direct referrals to unlock. So that's the first thing I do. I get my 9 direct referrals, and the minimum personal volume is 200,000. So in order to unlock this plan from my personal perspective, I jumped in and I did the 200,000 KPW, which equated to about 1,300, maybe $1,350. And I immediately locked in my 9 direct referrals, at least. And with me, it probably won't go too far beyond that because once I lock in mine, I do like to help my team lock theirs in. So I'll probably help them get their 9 at this point. The next thing that we look for is the direct team volume. So everyone, I always tell people what I do, and this is what I suggest they do. In order to earn in this opportunity on the unit level, you gotta have 20,000 KPW to start with. So all the leaders that come in, I always recommend that they start with at least the 20,000 KPW, which is typically lately has been no less than about $140, between 130 and $140. If all nine do that, of course, each one has the 20,000 minimum to get the first level open. You need one referral with 20,000. The second level, you need two referrals with 40,000. So since I'm suggesting that the 20,000 is the starting point, that number is not hard to hit. But that also allows everybody to begin earning in the unit level. So you asked, does it make sense to buy more KPW tokens than what's required here? Well, in my humble opinion, I believe the value of that token will increase. First and foremost, there's an ecosystem feeding it, and now we have the network. That's where we are. We just started this, and I believe that coin is going to increase over time. So it is, in my humble opinion, yes, I have purchased more than 200,000. So I hope I answered your question, Ken. That's my strategy. And anyone else?
Yeah, actually, that was great, Alicia. So really, the bottom line, ideally, would be you have 9 frontline direct sponsors that all come in with 200,000, including yourself, because that's going to help you to reach the direct team minimum deposit of 1.8.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that would be the best. And that would tap down to 15 levels on the unit level.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
That's it. You got it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Does anybody else have any more questions? That was a great question, Ken. I'm sure that answered the majority of this call's question because this call is full of
excuse me, Miss, and I have a question. What if everybody sell their coins? The coins will be let's say we bought $1, and then everybody made their money. They just suddenly everybody sell tons of coins out, so the coins basically dropped like 100 times. What we control that?
Okay, I'll let Adil answer that question.
Alicia, you answer such time with pressure. Why are you giving me a hard time?
You know,
Okay.
Adil, I'm the networker. I'm certainly not the technical. I know you got it. Thank you.
Gotcha. All right, so this is a very powerful question. Thank you for asking.
Recording in progress.
Okay, my drawing is very bad, but don't mind that, right? So assume this is a smart contract. Inside this smart contract, it's doing many functions. This is a compound, right? This is a compound contract. When I say contract, you already know it's a software, right? But it's an open source software, decentralized software, meaning nobody controlling it, right? Now, it has a treasury inside, right? And then it accepting the investment as well inside. And then it keep a record of who's investor. And inside there, it keep a record of how much they paid. And also it keep a record of how big a team they have and each single transaction they have done and the type of the compensation from the single transactions, who it go to how much. They keep a record of everything. Now, one second, you guys pay me attention. And here is a decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchange, I assume you guys already know how decentralized exchange work. Or maybe let me assume that you don't know, right? So centralized exchange work when someone, a user 1, and then maybe user A, and then user B, they place order, and if quantity, asset, price is exact match to each other, then the engine in between, which is exchange engine, what it's doing, it is just matching the order. So this order actually match here. So its asset goes here and this asset goes here, and in between this matching engine for doing this job, it earns the trading fee. That's how fundamental of exchange, how it works. But when we come on a decentralized exchange, there is no matching engine. there is no counterparty. There is a single user, and the counterparty in a decentralized exchange we call DAX is smart contract. Is a smart contract. So here is smart contract. Inside the smart contract, there are two assets, two coins. Let's say KPW, and let's say Ethereum. Let's say Ethereum, right? So ETH. So when someone like to buy KPW from this exchange, they always spend Ethereum to this exchange. And there's an algorithmic formula inside this exchange will keep making sure the rate of this one always driven before the transaction happen. And don't want to go into nitty gritty, but want to keep it simple because it will always be understandable. So let's say anyone, you, maybe me, anyone want to buy Ethereum, KPW. So they're putting the Ethereum. So Ethereum is money. So money keep landing here, money keeps storing here, money keeps storing here. So whatever the asset from this exchange reduce in quantity, reduce in quantity. How it will reduce in quantity? If people buy that asset more, that's only way from inside this box, which is a smart contract, that the relevant asset come out. So if the quantity of the any asset reduce, that asset become expensive and expensive and expensive and expensive. If the other asset is excessive inside the pool, that asset is cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Cheaper means, losing, weakening price, right? So if people buy the KPW always people buy and take it here because there is a proposal 2x proposal. Who's offering? Kompwnd is offering. If you buy 100,000, you want 200,000. Simple thing is give 100,000 back to KPW. But the condition is 200,000. It will give you back 1% a day. 1% a day. That's number one. And maximum it will give you 200% of your account. So let's say keep giving you 1% a day of 100,000. If your account earn 200,000, maybe from referral income, maybe from matching income, because that's income also coming from the smart contract, then this 1% which is paying you as a dividend will start paying, because the rule of the game is that maximum will pay you 200%. Now coming back to the lady question, if I did not do it, it would not be making sense, right? So from here, this is a treasury. From here, what is a treasury? It's paying 1% a day. 1% a day. And when it's accepting the KPW, which is investment, it accepts 100% on the spot. So 100,000 goes here inside the treasury. Inside the treasury, you can say that. And that KPW, of course, it has to be a 200%, but it gave a economy a margin and a opportunity to be a flourish, and also you could call it a perpetuity, a continuity, a chance to keep growing for the next 100 days, because it won't release the amount of KPW which gone from a circulating supply back into the treasury. That same amount of KPW will be back into the market at least after 100 days. After 100 days. So this is, you can see that it strengthen the economy of the Kompwnd. Or another way around, you could say that the whole investment which happening to the Kompwnd, and of course that investment, people buying KPW, and there is a liquidity to buy the KPW. So that liquidity entirely invested on Kompwnd ecosystem to make Kompwnd valuable. Now, question lovely lady asked, how about if there are so many KPW, there are so many stock of the KPW, which is a keep coming 1% a day, 1% a day. First and foremost, we already know it's a 200% limit. So it's mean it won't keep coming forever, number one. Let's say if it's keep coming and there is no new investment happening into the smart contract, maybe market is saturated. What will happen? The people who will buy the KPW, they will be selling the KPW. So KPW going more and more into exchange. So KPW will be losing its price, losing its price, losing its price, losing its price, losing its price. Right now, there is opportunity. Opportunity for who? For existing member and also for new members as well. They able to buy this KPW because it's getting a weaker and weaker and weaker. It has gone already weaker. They able to buy KPW at lowest price, or maybe they spend little and then they buy the large quantity of KPW. Once they buy large quantity of KPW, they able to invest that large quantity KPW back into the contract. It go back to the treasury, and the person who's getting the opportunity of this time when the KPW price is dipping down, they doing it because they because right at there the opportunity is really attractive. And what is opportunity? Spend less, buy large quantity of KPW, invest it back into the treasury, and make that quantity double. So one, that opportunity is available to everyone. Therefore, easily trend will be from down to trend will be upward. That's my justification number one. Even if the KPW keep falling because the sale is not happening, when it keep falling, right there is presenting the opportunity. Justification number one, that even if it happens, it has a potential to bounce back. That's justification number one. Justification number two, or point number two, and how it's designed the economy. How it's designed the economy. You need to see that this smart contract is earning in, okay, for ease, I'm going to tell you because, sorry, this smart contract on earning from two nodes. In other way around, in easy language, you can call uh, earning from two machine mining. Earning from two machines mining. Maybe some people may understand the mining is not, very lucrative. Yes, so I can call it earning from two nodes. And there are total 21 node, like I said, on Alacrity blockchain. If you want to know further detail of Alacrity blockchain and of its economy, you can read the white paper. Two nodes, the earning coming into Kompwnd, and this revenue, what this contract is doing, this contract take this revenue, buy KPW from here, and take those KPW back. Revenue landed, a revenue left over, a revenue keep coming inside the decentralized exchange, and KPW going back into the treasury. So let's say sale does not happen. And let's say everyone is selling and selling and selling. That means the KPW is weaker and weaker. That means this revenue has a more potential, has a more power, that it buy a large quantity of the KPW for a little or for small money, and those entire KPW go back. And you already know that KPW is not unlimited. It's coded that maximum 50 million can only go into the circulating supply, and if any moment the KPW are 50 million inside this circulating supply, the treasury will not release any more KPW into the market unless until the coin from the circulating supply come back to treasury. And how much quantity come back? Only that much quantity able to go back into the circulating supply. So through this way, particularly the element of own revenue, and that revenue backing the KPW by buying KPW back from circulating supply, and keep reducing the quantity of the KPW from the circulating supply, and keep keep leaving the revenue of the compound into the exchange to keep to create the liquidity or to generate the liquidity inside the exchange. This self-sustainable economy make compound stronger and stronger. But this is a business of creating the value. This is if you are asking me compound how the economy of the compound is being generating, it does not give you 1% a day of fiat or USDT or anything. It gave you opportunity of KPW, it give you 1% a day. You have opportunity of compounding that, and right in there, it generating the value with its own earning. It keep generating the value of entire investment happening onto its ecosystem. Because the people who buy the KPW to include into this economy, they have to buy the KPW. When they buy the KPW, where money goes in? Money goes inside the exchange. Money goes inside the exchange, right? So when money goes inside the exchange, that entire money is invested onto the compound ecosystem. Yes, therefore, even if the trend is coming down, right there, having a greater opportunity, it has a power to bounce back. So this is the answer to the lady, and I hope if you have any question, lovely lady, I can you can ask me maybe if I able to explain it further. Maybe if I answer you further, if anything did not make sense.
I thought that was a wonderful answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was.
I did have a question. I had a meeting this morning with some of my leaders. Apologize for my voice. I'm still waiting for it to come back. And they were wondering, when did this project start with the development, with the ecosystem and everything? We know it's like this fairly new release. So is there kind of like a roadmap of how this whole thing has come to be and so on and so forth?
Yes, thank you. If you see Alacrity, the white paper of the Alacrity, and also if you see, let's say, Alacrity is the .NET and there is Explorer, you check that Explorer, you will see that the number of blocks it has produced. I think it's over 100 million blocks. I think maybe it's now nearly maybe 120 or maybe 150 million. I'm not updated. You can check it yourself. Now, half a second each block is formed. That means the network being live is over a year, nearly 1.5 years. So this is the kind of evidence you guys can see. Before that, we put the network in the test net. We were testing and we were developing the ecosystem of it, and we were developing there. We started exactly 2017 from the R&D, and then we started developing 2018, 2019. We had a few pieces, and then we put into the test net. 2020, we put into the mainnet, but we did not introduce or we did not involve the community there, because we were developing the ecosystem. We were developing a Skiller Tribe, we were developing OPN Finance, GVN, DAX, so all ecosystem we were developing. When we came in Feb 2021, we started developing Kompwnd, and then Kompwnd actually roll into our release into testnet July 2021. We kept it on testnet, then we bring it back onto mainnet like September, November to December, and then from January, and when we bring it to the mainnet, it was a limited community could be rolling in, and we were inviting only limited amount of community. Then January or December onward, we open it to the public. So that's how it has. And then if you're asking me what we are doing for our future dApps, so there are about 4 to 5 or more dApps what we are developing on. At least 3 to 4 so we are aiming to deliver within the same years. And then in 2023, we have some high scope or big scope application to develop. So our sense and our vision is always to create the community financial inclusion economy, and on top of that, as our internet Alacrity should be easy to access, easy to use, and also, should be having enough tools which can facilitate to develop any sort of application a developer want to develop. That's what we have done so far. We're still working on.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
Max is, I know I heard something about the different revenue streams in place to solidify the income, the ecosystem. The question I have is, I mean, I know there's no guarantees, anything, but I've had mixed experiences with smart contract. So, Anil, what do you have in place that can at least give us the best opportunity to really build this and be able to basically create longevity well? Because I don't, I'm tired of pump and dumps where you have to join things, you build for 2 months, and then all of a sudden the company shuts down and crashes and run away with the money. So what do you have in place to at least give everyone a peace of mind to be able to go out and build this thing and create this as a legacy type of company?
Great question, Tori.
Thank you. All right, again, sharing three, proposal or three value proposition Kompwnd offering, and those value proposition making Kompwnd as a product. So if you are saying, if you seeing Kompwnd KPW as a product, no, KPW is not a product. Kompwnd platform, three feature coded in platform. That's where the Kompwnd comes as a platform, as a product. So those features are: number one, that whole investment that is invested onto Kompwnd platform to make or generate the economical value of the Kompwnd, and that valuable economy being represented by its unit called KPW. So the first, which is a coded, if anyone want to remove it, it cannot, because it's a coded. The entire investment, it does not go to anywhere. So it invested directly onto the platform to make it valuable. So that is a value number one. Therefore, it means that it generates the perpetuity concept or continuity concept. As long as the investment keep happening onto the platform, this platform keep investing that money onto its platform to generate value, and keep becoming a valuable and whole stakeholder of the Kompwnd. They will keep earning that value. That's how it works, number one. Number two, as I said, the investment, could be any time that investment can go down when the market becomes saturated and the new sales stop happening. When new sales stop happening, so it means the process of generating the value of this platform, you can call the valuable ecosystem, that will be less valuable. As this platform has its own earning as well, and this is a growing earning. This earning based on entirely Alacrity ecosystem, full Alacrity ecosystem. It means it's set to be growing. It means it gets set to be growing. So even if the sale investment go down, still this element make it a self-sustainable economy. Self-sustainable economy in a way that it does not rely on to the external sale only. If external sale happen, that boosts its value. It increases value. If the external sale does not happen, still it can live on. So that's where it has its own revenue. think what Kompwnd comes platform and offer and becomes as a product. It's coded, controlled, balanced inflow and outflow, or you can say that decentralized, or you can say smart contract controlled economic, a smart contract controlled. It's smart contract controlled treasury, a smart contract controlled KPW, treasury of the KPW. That means the entire KPW, which is asset of its, which is a unit, economical unit of its economy, the quantity of that asset, number one, and the distribution of this KPW into the market, and then the circulating supply and controlling that circulating supply, and when from the circulating supply making a mechanism to reducing the circulating supply, buying back from the circulating supply, and it's all happening by the smart contract. So this is a coded. That means inflow and outflow. This gives birth to inflow and outflow. Outflow always very controlled. Inflow always maximum. This gave a longevity to the Kompwnd platform. So through this way, I believe I can prove the way I'm proving that this is a long-term platform. So here, if you're thinking KPW, come hold KPW and maybe make some bucks, I think you have to take a Kompwnd as a platform. Forget the KPW. Take a Kompwnd as a platform, as a product. So invest into Kompwnd as a product because of these three things, and then you also have here, because you can see that inflow and outflow, it always balance it out. If there is more outflow, that means there's the right opportunity there. It can open up its door. Also want to tell you, I think it become a little complicated, so maybe I can limit myself. So here on the KPW, when the price go down, because outflow may be more, the price go down, therefore it gave opportunity for revenue and also for investment to take more quantity of KPW from the circulating supply and bring it back into the treasury. So it means it bounced back automatically. So that's the way it has been set. So I think it become a perfect platform to invest money on and build the network. And I think you guys are asking me to open it up the future vision for the Kompwnd. And at this moment, all the time, because myself I find like hard to make it simple, so it become explainable. So you can see that here, basically on these 3 points, in the future, we will be making here a marketplace. You could call a distributor marketplace. So where the whole structure of your network is here on this marketplace, onto the Kompwnd, because this marketplace layer is being built up on a Kompwnd, on a blockchain. So here, any business person, they can come, they can create a proposal of their decentralized product, any decentralized product they have. If they have built it up, maybe on Alacrity blockchain, maybe anywhere else, they can create a proposal for selling their product to this distributors. So these distributors, they can do a voting. If they think the product is viable enough, through the voting consensus, this structure can start selling that product. This structure can start selling the product. Your position is here, so it's mean the commission from here will keep coming to you. So you can make your position as NFT. We can allow you, it's a simple thing, NFT. So what you can do, your as account in structured position will be earning a dividend from a different being into the position. By making NFT, you're able to sell your account position for lump sum of money. Imagine if you just build your structure very, very strong so that it is a mutable structure, it's not going to be changed. It's not going to be changed. So it's mean this position after selling, after in making a lot of money through a dividend from different products which being offered. So NFT can give you millions and millions and millions. So that's why we are directing Compound. So I think if you understand this one, and I'm sure you're able to see that the longevity is there. Longevity is there. Longevity is there. That's what we are designing here. Thank you.
Thanks for answering that question for me.
Thank you so much.
Adil, I have a question for you. It's Ken here.
Yes, yes.
So my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, is essentially you're really building an entire ecosystem around this platform. And the reason why I'm asking this is that for a lot of networking leaders, there's been a lot of obviously different programs and platforms in the cryptocurrency space for the last number of years. I don't want to say that there's scams, but there's a lot of them that have turned out that way. They may not have started that way, but they ended up that way. So I think people nowadays are a lot more savvy. They want to know what to get involved with. I would think it would be helpful also for the leaders to also, because I know the questions that are going to come up with other leaders I'm going to approach. So they're going to want to know little things, even like the tokenomics behind this entire project. For example, circulating supply, total supply, this sort of thing. And they ask this because they just want to know that they're going to put in their effort and time to build something like this, that this, it really has a viable future. So I appreciate what you shared here today. I think it was great information, and I'm pleased to know that you're open to answering questions because this is really important. I just want to let you also to know that there are going to be a lot of questions coming up, especially if a person is going to put their credibility and everything on the line for a project. And that's just something that you should be aware of. That's all.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We're very
Recording
much open
stopped.
We are very much open for that, and we're very much open for that. Any type of the question comes in, if I not be able to answer you, but I can promise you, I always can find that answer. I'll try to find that answer, and I can come back with the answer what I think could be appropriate. So I'm always there. So I'm not going to afraid from the question, because once you're going to throw me question, once you're going to give me question, that's where it will be opportunity for me to learn and learn and learn. By the way, I like your picture. So we can make NFT of your picture, and we can sell this NFT and we can make some money. So yeah. So if we're talking about economics, if you're talking about KPW economics, so it controlled by the amount of KPW going into the circulating supply. So at any single moment of time, it cannot be more than 50 million. And you already know when the KPW are minted by the contract going into the market at the rate of 1% a day, when the investor making an investment, and when investor is actually requesting for withdrawal, so it minting happening at that time. So if maximum 50 million gone into the market, it won't mint anymore. It will hold down. It will hold, and if you request, it will say it has reached the maximum limit. It won't mint. It will hold down till either from its own earning, until the other investor, they come in, the new investor or existing investor, they come in, they buy KPW from the market, give it back to the treasury because they want to make investment, and then it able to mint those amount of the KPW, how much from the circulating supply, 50 million, and then how much it gone back, that amount of KPW, it can mint more, and it can give back to the people who are requesting for the withdrawal. That's how it's keep working. That's how it's keep working.
Excellent. Thank you.
And also, this element, guys, this element is very little, but it can make powerful. So let's say KPW is a simple math. KPW is 1 cent. So if it's 1 cent, that means there need to be about 5,000 KPW. Need to be about 5,000 KPW to be a $50, right? To be a $50. You're able to see it yourself with your own eyes how the economy is designed. The economy is designed to make sure when it's coming down, it has a power to boost it back, right? So that's a $50. Now imagine more KPW come, getting minted because many people are withdrawing. That means people are selling. You can argue here. Let's suppose people don't sell, and I will put you on. I'll give you answer. Why will people won't sell? People will sell because if you hold and I sell, the price will go down, and you will be fear. Okay, if the price go down, and then better sell and cash that out. So it's mean people. Let's say people selling, so the price will go down. So let's say this KPW drop down to half a cent. Now the new KPW for any people to withdraw from the contractor, and the contract has to mint, but to be a $50, it will be a 10,000 KPW. 10,000 KPW. You can see that if the price is down, then the smart contract is set a way that it reduce the amount of KPW going being released into the market. So therefore, the price should not be damaged further, but rather the price should be bounced back. So there is half a cent. This means right now it means right now the less KPW going to be released into the market, and as the KPW is already weakened, so therefore people will easily buy it back because they can buy the large quantity because their investment based on the quantity of KPW, not the price of the KPW, quantity of the KPW. Therefore, they're able to buy large quantity KPW to put it back. Therefore, this KPW coming back in the trade. So this is a perfect, economical circulation. And within this circulation, you always think simple thing. I think if you guys want to make a money, simple thing, you always check what price you buy in. When you enter into the program, what price you get in. Number one, buy price. And you keep earning like dividend, all those things. When you sell in, you decide, okay, if you sell in onto the buy price, guarantee you make double of the money. Simple. If you sell above the buy price, that means you're going to make more than double. If you sell below that buy price, this means going to make less than double. But hold on. Then you can decide whether you sell less than double. What you can do, your dividend, you can roll it back. If you roll it back, that means the next day you're going to have more quantity of KPW. Now, as you have a more quantity of KPW, that means you're able to sell KPW at a less than buy price, still you're able to make a double of the money. That's how it works. Make sense?
So much.
Well, that's good. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be posting a lot of information in the various groups. All the leaders on this call, we have access to you all. We'll make sure you have more information to disclose to your groups. You won't be a part of a more supportive team. We are directly affiliated with Mr. Adil and his corporate team, his support team, and we are here to help support you in any way that we can. So if no one else has any more questions, I don't want to keep you all too long. Again, one last call. Does anybody have any more questions?
I got a quick one. I was wondering if the smart contract had a third-party audit report.
Yeah, and I answered that question in the chat, Barry. There's no third-party audit report yet. It's only an internal report. They do plan on getting a third-party audit done, and as soon as they do, we'll be providing that. Thank you. Does anybody else have any more questions? Anybody?
One last question. I mean, this is not even a question, maybe a suggestion. Is there a way you could put a KPW converted in the back office where it could be converted to USD?
Well, yes. Let me tell you really quick how you can do that too right now, because we have absolutely requested that, and they are going to do some things to make the KPW or Kompwnd website more efficient. But if you type in the amount that you're wanting to put in, or maybe calculate in the amount field, it'll give you the US dollar value below. And it's worked pretty good for me. I always add like $5 or $10 more to it, but it's been pretty efficient. In the meantime, that's how I've been able to get the number.
Gotcha.
Okay. Does anybody else have any more questions? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Well, I want to say thank you all for joining. We really appreciate you. Adil, you did an amazing job. Thank you for presenting, and most importantly, thank you for answering the questions. All of you, we appreciate you. We don't want to take any more of your time. We respect you all. If you have any more questions at all, please give back to the person that invited you to this call. They definitely know how to reach one of us, and we will make sure the questions get answered. In the meantime, have the most amazing day. Thank you. Bye.